Hey everybody, how's it going? I just wanted to make a video. It's been a while since I made a video. Car's wrapped up, but there's a reason for that. I got the Carbs sent out to 356 Carb Rescue, so I guess I'm filming this so we can put them in there. I'll show you right out of the box. Hopefully we'll be able to start her up and see how she runs with no adjustments, and we'll go from there. But let's get to it. Okay, so I get everything out. This is kind of like an unboxing, but I mean, full disclosure, I have looked at this, but I just haven't got it out. This is what you get fresh from 356 Carb Rescue. I like that. Please mount carburetors carefully. Very true. So it's a good little warning. Give us some new gaskets. Very important. Over here, those are the old, I forgot about those. I have to put those on the carburetor actually, because that's how they're supposed to function. There's some instructions here, kind of just tips, you know, what to be careful of, how they've been set up. They talk about the floats are a little lower than stock because of modern fuel. Call us first if there's any craziness, I guess, and just kind of how to run them up and see how they're running. A nice little diagram. So that's helpful. We'll look at that later. But then here's the actual carbs, how they came, very well packed. My process with 356 was really great. I called them months ago and just kind of talked about what I had, what kind of things they could do. There's different options. I went for just full rebuild, just the most complete process they do, most full restoration to get these things 100%. And the easy process, I just shipped them my carbs. You know, I cleaned those carbs, I made sure there's no fuel in them, all that. And they use those as a deposit, and then they kind of give you an estimate. And it only took them a couple weeks, maybe 6 weeks, to really finish the process. And these came out great. The woman there that you talked to, she was really great. I think her name's Candace, and she kind of told me, I told her, you know, it's a 66, and she said, you know, these aren't the stock carbs for 66 because they had the split shafts, and so, but these are the best carbs you can get in terms of how they function, all the different circuits, the complexity of them. And when I called her back, when I was, you know, she got them, they were ready, she said, oh, by the way, the tops were different. The tops were from, I guess, an actual 356, the SCs, I guess, or Super Cubs, I think they're called, or Super Sport. I apologize. I don't get that right, but I didn't know that. I couldn't tell that. I guess this is a larger opening here for the bowl, the bowl chamber there, but where the float is. But I guess the tops were different, so they put new tops on. I actually don't know if these are the same carbs that I sent, the bodies themselves. I don't have numbers on the ones I sent in, but I know that she didn't have any ready to go. You know, sometimes if they have the carbs you need ready to go, they'll just take yours as an inventory basically, and they'll ship you the ones ready to go. But since mine were 66, she said there's some special unique hardware to make it look period correct. I think that might be the nickel plating. I'm not sure. I'll have to do some research. So again, there's some Porsche guys out there that are screaming at the screen saying, "Oh no, this is what's unique for the 66." I apologize, but these look really good. I'll take them out here. You know, everything's shiny. I assume they've jetted everything correctly and everything's not worn out like it was when I first got these carbs. I did have a rundown of like what she had to do, or what they had to do, whoever works on them, and they replaced this whole tone arm, this throttle arm. It was replaced, new springs, everything. I think there's some other small stuff. I think I had some bent injectors. Those are probably mine right there. So that's nice. Now they're measured and all that, so they do the right volume. And here's the actual conversion. Mine were converted to solid shaft, so you can see that. And there's no, if I could get this thing to focus, you know, there's none of that adjustment that I had earlier with the split shaft. So looks really clean. It looks like they polish the bottom, make them level. Probably do that on an end mill or something. Really nice. And there's a gasket. There's a gasket, I think, underneath here. I still have the old one, but I have some new ones in here. So let me do that, and we'll run them up here. This has been waiting for them for a while, and we'll see what happens when we start them up. Okay, so they're tightened everything down, and read the instructions. So I didn't over tighten the nuts or anything, and I found this wrench actually in the car when I bought the car. Small wrench, and it's perfect for these small little nuts to get in there. And I was pretty proud of this invention. I didn't have a small funnel, so I took an old pill bottle for my dog and drilled a hole in the bottom, and 1.5 ounces is how big this cup is, these pill bottles are. And so I filled each bowl up to about just under 2, or just over 2 ounces, just like the instructions says, 2 to 2.5 ounces. So just filled this up, let the pinky go, and the water drip down, or the gas dripped right down. So cleaned it up if any spilled with a the towel. I haven't started this up in a while, so I'm expecting smoke and stuff. So, but let's see what happens. Both carbs have gas in them. Got the fire extinguisher ready. We'll start it up now, see what happens. So here I am. I had a little hiccup. The actual throttle linkage is too long right now, probably because it was set up wrong in the beginning. So I individually depressed the throttle until gas was coming out of the accelerator section, so a little gas was dripping out. So I won't have the pedal, so we'll just see what happens. Here we go. We're in neutral, let's go. Almost wanted it. Oh, with no throttle. Let's see. This is what I mean. I was just tickling this to see if gas was coming down out of the don't see any gas coming out. Maybe you guys can see. Again, there's a, I don't know if the fuel pump needs to be primed, but I don't see any gas coming out of that either. I'm gonna take that fuel line off and see if fuel's coming out, or see if I can pull suction on it, and then we'll use the fuel pump to fill up the bowls again. Okay, so it's able to suck a little fuel out, but let's see. Uh-oh. Hey, he's running, let's go. Okay. Low idle, but she's running. Oh, I see some gas dripping. Let's turn her off real quick. I put new gaskets. You can kind of see that one's dripping there. This one looks fine. So let me redo that one. See if I can get that leak fixed. So let's fix the leak. Just unscrewed it and tightened it a little bit. Still very low idle. I'm not sure what to do. I think I'll just increase the idle screws a little bit, maybe a turn or so. And I can find the backfire. There we go. I'm gonna do it by hand. That's about a quarter turn. That's another quarter turn. So I do have my gauge. We'll just kind of go on there. Between 6 and 7. Between 6 and 7. It's pretty good. Let's try this one out in the back. same. About the same in the back here. Add a little bit here. There, it's hovering around 7 there. Add a little here too. Sorry you can't see this. There. Now it's bouncing always above 7, which is good. It's backfired. Pick this up a little bit too. Okay. It's running pretty good with no adjustments other than throttle. I'll show you what I'm saying. So connect this. Pretty good. Let's see if I can connect this. Okay. Nice. It's still idling low, very low, but we can always adjust that. There we go, look at that. Kind of mellowed out. Oh, it's still warming up, but that's better. It's getting better. I'm gonna noodle with it a little bit, and I'll let it warm up for the next 5 minutes or so, just here in the driveway, and just see what happens. Okay, well. I have it idling around 1,000, 1,200, a little high, but I don't have the air filters on the top. But the next thing to do is drive it around. It's kind of getting dark out, but I might see if I can get it out and see how it goes. We'll see. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Really didn't tweak anything. That backfire over there stopped. I did richen that up a quarter of a turn. And after I adjusted the idle, I was able to get this linkage working. So now the linkage works. It's pretty matched up. I think I might need to adjust the distributor. Maybe I don't know what the Advance is doing right now. I don't know if it's advancing at all and it's keeping the idle high, but it's not even under load right now. It's warmed up, but driving it around a little bit will get it a little bit warmer. So, but it's good enough for now for a test drive. So let's see what happens. So this video is recorded like maybe a month after that last clip, because I got obsessed with the linkages here. It just felt terrible to push the accelerator down, and so I actually replaced all the balls here, all the linkages, the whole way through, all the way on the inside of the vehicle. And you can see I took the seat out. Everything has been unbolted and bolted back together. New bushings. There's bushings in here. They're just little plastic bushings, but they hold this mechanical rod. You can see that rod coming through. And put the stop in there for full throttle. That's important. And actually, I found out that there's a bunch of rust down here, but the previous guy had moved the accelerator pedal. So move that so that the actual stop would work, and that part is actually working very well now. I don't know how much better it's working, but in terms of stock, like what it felt like stock, but it's much more enjoyable. I just took it for like an hour drive, and had a little bit of a scare on the highway coming back because these are those new carbs, and this little stop nut is usually on the end of that. I guess that rotated off, or vibrated off, and then this slowly moved in. This adjuster slowly moved in to the point where the throttles, the actual butterfly valves, couldn't close all the way. So this carburetor was stuck open, and since they're connected, it meant the other one was stuck open. So I'm driving fine on the interstate, and then everything's it's like on autopilot. Couldn't go below 4,000 RPM. Luckily, I just turned the car off and just drifted off and fixed that off the side of the road, and no issues. But now I'm probably gonna have to check with the standard to see how much, because that controls the accelerator, the squirt. Each time you hit the accelerator pedal, how much gas is kind of just squirted into the throttle. And so now it's nowhere near where it was, and now there's a bunch of hesitation right around when you're actually giving it, pushing the accelerator down. So got to do some more tweaking. I do have actually a second distributor that I bought, because I noticed the timing is kind of jumping around. So there's a lot more tweaking to do. It's almost like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but now I feel like it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. But either way, we'll get it done. So unfortunately, I don't have footage on the inside, but it drives great. If any hesitation, it's just a little bit. I'm sure I could tweak it a little more, but I'm going to stop right now. I think I got a little more power maybe with adjusting that advance. There is a noise coming from the suspension, I think, some kind of rattling. So quick addendum, I was thinking more about that noise, and I realized it was probably pinging, which is not good for the engine. So I retimed it to about 32 degrees and no pinging at all. I mean, I'm in 4th gear right now, so it's not gonna blow your socks off, but yeah, all that noise is gone. So what I was hearing was pinging, which isn't too good, but I probably only drove it for about a couple miles like that, so hopefully it didn't hurt anything. But no, it's driving great now. I'm sure there's a little less power but not really. Going from 34 to more like 30 or 32, I mean, I don't expect to see any big difference, but yeah, no, it's driving really, really good.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
When I'm under load, but this whole car has, like, I don't know, it's probably not coming up, but there's a shitload of rattles in here. So I think my next project will be suspension on the back. I'll see. I know there's some rust down there. I'll show you guys later, some damage. So that will be a bigger project, but now that it's getting a little cooler, yeah, I can tackle it. But either way, I'm really happy with the way it drives for now. It's coming together. So thanks for sticking by.